Oh, baby. Hello, beautiful people of the internet. We're back to Satisfactory. Last we left off, we were building a smelting setup that was elevated above our iron and such over here. But then, so we ended stream there. We ended stream basically with these things producing lots of iron ingot, sorry. But then I did some work off camera for a while. So you may notice over there, our bus is bigger, our bus is wider. I did some work off camera. I cleaned up our map marker situation, so that's way better now that we have a radar. Yeah, I did some work off camera to like clean things up, expand the bus. I did not do any work on this, but that's where we're at. Hi Delta Fire, how's it going? You were doing a Wicked Witch of the West setup. I'm smelting. Yeah, we're smelting. So I need to turn this into iron plate, probably. Most likely. But I also have some other ideas for stuff we could do instead. That's probably the next thing to do. So currently no iron ingot is coming into our factory. Which is what was coming from right there. So we need to probably at least hook these bad boys up. Hi Siege, how's it going? Hi Scabby Eggs. Hey Ryan, first time catching your stream. I'm a huge fan of your YouTube. Cheers. Hey, welcome in. Welcome in. What did you watch on YouTube? Thanks for popping into Twitch. Also, your username made me cringe inside. Just because Scabby Eggs is quite a... It makes me feel things. Scabby Eggs. I guess we can rip all these out. What an evocative name. Never seen gameplay for this, but my buddy wants me to play it. What's the quick and dirty for what this is all about? The quick and dirty for Satisfactory? Hilariously, I can think of no game that is less quick or dirty than Satisfactory. Satisfactory is an enormous world where you build factories and exploit resources. It's one of the factory like automation type games. But it happens in an open world in a first-person perspective. It is the whole gist of the game can be described in making factories that look satisfying. It's an amazing game. I love this game. It is neither quick nor dirty, that's for sure. What if we just hooked one of these up? What if we just hooked one up and saw what that did? The other thing I'm considering doing right now, by the way, is... fuck it. Let me just show you. While I was off camera and building my bus up, I was realizing that I do not have enough steel production, period. Like, we turn all this stuff over here into steel ingots. So this is steel ingots. And then the steel ingots, like basically an entire line of steel ingots, goes over here to make steel beams. And if I am ever building anything... all of these steel beams get used to make encased industrial steel beams or whatever. And so, like, our entire steel supply drops to 0 if I'm ever building on the bus or doing anything with any kind of real, like, urgency. So our whole steel production is pretty shit. Which makes me think I probably should do a new steel ingot to new steel beam smelting setup. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I first saw your Subnautica series, then I watched Skyrim, and I just caught Ocarina of Time recently. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Surely the aim in Satisfactory is to eliminate the green grass and automate lovely smoke polluting machines. Yeah. Pollute the environment. Cover it in concrete. You could make it dirty if you want. I usually make it dirty, but mostly in a, like... Okay, I'm just going to sit down. Mostly in a, like, sex joke kind of way. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Exclamation choke. What to do here? Let's finish the project we're on right now. Tama. I was considering making a bunch of this stuff into iron plates. Up here. I remember that. By building like a whole other thing. I just don't know where to plug this iron in that we could most use it. Where do we most need it? We're using like almost all of our iron that we produce right here. I just took so much I just took damage. That's fine. Somewhere over here. Right here to make reinforced iron plates. So it's almost like we need a second iron plate line to go past that, maybe? This game looks like it hates nature. A little bit. I mean, the game is very, not even like tongue-in-cheek. It's very like sarcastically over the top about your job is to come here and exploit this beautiful land. For the benefit of mostly your employer and potentially the people back on Earth who could use your help. Yeah. You know what? What if we just built radars everywhere? Maybe that could be my job. Build radars? The thing I start today with? I'm not sure. I need to chuck heavy modular frames into dimensional depots. Let's go look at the factory. Let's go look at it. Man, Subnautica was a while ago. People are saying they first found the channel from Subnautica. Like, at this point, that's got to be 3 years ago? Just crazy to think about. Probably 3 years ago. Yeah, I need heavy modular frames, yeah. And heavy modular frames are not being built very fast, so we could go look at that real quick. Okay, so where exactly are heavy modular frames made? I probably need signs like right here that tell me. Not this one. Artifice is lurking. Sounds good. Oh my god, new Game Changer tonight, by the way. Today is the start of a new season of Game Changer. This one. This one! We should probably put a splitter like right here. I'm so excited. I'm so excited too. And of course, Megan works. And we're not going to be able to watch it together until like at least Wednesday. So I'm very excited, but it's going to be a little bit. You have objectives you're trying to complete? You do. You complete? Yeah, you have like overarching objectives, sort of directives from the game about what to do. In the upper right-hand corner are sort of my objectives. They're mostly just like to provide certain materials. Okay, I need the SAM. There it is. SAM fluctuators. What all did you finish in the last couple streams? We basically, or in the last stream, we basically like quadrupled our iron ingot output. And finished some research. We built a dune buggy, for instance, even though I then immediately drove it off a cliff. I like how you labeled that chest magic. It is. It's magic. Okay, right here, dimensional depot. So we do need a dimensional depot for heavy modular frames. That's good. We'll need to build stuff with that eventually, including radars, which is, you know. Then we should do the same for crystal oscillators, which are going to be up a couple more floors. Did you check if your big boy doggo? Oh, that's the other thing. We tamed a dog. A lizard dog. We've not gone back to check it. Yeah, we need to do that. Absolutely, I need to do that. Oh, no. It's not go where it's supposed to be. Luke, I'm trying to remember who all is on this season of Game Changer. Lots of, like, favorites that we know and love. But also, Mr. Fist. Leland Hart. Why is this not lining up? There we go. Am I incorrect, or is, oh my god, that's still not lined up. What the hell? That's weird. Thanks for the 10 months, Mr. Fist. Am I crazy for thinking that Gianmarco Ceresi, or however you say that comedian's name, is on this season of Game Changer? It's been like a week since I watched the trailer. Mona, is he? I think so. He was in the trailer. That's correct. Which he makes the funniest comedian content on like TikTok. So, hi Mona, how's it going? I just finished the first episode of Slay the Princess. Did I not say it's the most Ryan-ass game? It's so Ryan-ass. I'm beside myself with your reactions and analysis so far. This series is going to have me in a chokehold. Thank you. I hope I can deliver. I really like the game so far. It is very thought-provoking, without saying anything else. And it definitely is Ryan-ass. It's definitely the most Ryan-ass game. I need more goddamn Mercer spheres. That's all right. This allows us to build radar towers. Eventually. I do enjoy his TikToks when they come up. Yeah, that's good stuff. Thank you, Mona. Dang, this looks way better than any factory I've built in my 3 playthroughs. I'm really proud of our build so far. We still have a long way to go, but I'm proud of what we've got so far. So we're just missing modular frame, just like crazy. So why are we missing modular frame? Shouldn't it be like reinforced iron plate? Let's go check. Which I thought we had basically doubled our modular frame production. Oh, now I remember. I did something off camera. Now we're missing rotors there, which is weird. That's not good. Why are we missing rotors? Missing rotors because we're missing screws. Why are we missing screws? Oh, no. What did I break in our factory? We're missing screws because we're missing ironing. Oh, that's fine. That's just me not plugging in the iron. Okay, so that part's fine. But then why are the heavy modular frames not working? This is our terrible steel production right here. Encased industrial beams. So encased industrial beams are currently struggling because we only have like 5 machines making them. And that's just not enough. It also needs more concrete apparently, which is very funny to me. And then this is the modular frames, which are missing iron rods, probably because I did not hook up the iron. All right, well, let's just go hook up the iron then. We'll hook up 1 iron and then decide what to do with these other. We have 3 belts, which I think is too much iron for right here, but... find it out together. Anybody else on Game Changer season, the new season that we should know about? Any notables? Creatures in the way? I can fix that. This is back to normal size, by the way, so our lizard doggo is probably... Hey, you're directly in the way, buddy. Our lizard doggo is probably back to normal size, unfortunately. Are you just booping it? Yep, that's all I'm doing. Look away. Look away. Will you move? Are you stuck? You were stuck. Okay. Thanks, buddy. I love those big guys. God damn it. I looked over right after. Committing a tiny war crime. It's really not a big deal. A monster? I'm not a monster. It wouldn't move. It wouldn't move. Okay. I'm trying to remember what it is. So off camera, I was trying to build my bus, right? And one of the problems I ran into, this is what I did. I put all my summer sloops in my steel beam production because there's just not enough steel. And steel beams was specifically one of the things I was running out of. So I maxed all of that out. I could probably take these summer sloops back at some point. Maybe I can do it right now. But we should come up with a better steel production at some point. You trapped it, then beat it for being trapped? Well, when you phrase it that way, Danny, I seem terrible. Right now, mostly what we're doing in our factory is seeing where the weak points are. Like, where are things really sort of just, like, struggling to... where are things struggling to keep up? What belts are not full? Let's go take a fucking look at concrete, for instance. That's weird. Just committing a tiny war crime, it's not a big deal. I'm just saying if you had to rank war crimes, it wouldn't be at the top of the war crime list. Not that you should rank war crimes or anything like that, but I'm saying if you were to do it, I think we can probably make this... No, it is a Mark II. Okay. It's Mark II. Chuck 3 of these in here. Make it go 150. Boom. Then what? Then we need more of you guys. 150 per minute. This whole thing needs rebuilt. Jesus Christ. This is so paltry. Okay, we're just going to tear it all down. Time to tear it all down. This all looks so complex. How do you keep track of it? I mostly don't, is the argument I would make. I mostly barely do. My skills... it's not particularly organized and it's not particularly kept track of. But if I ever like wander back by, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is what I was doing here. Okay, we're just gonna line these up off platform. Ah, boy, we should probably build it on foundations. This is gonna be ugly. That's okay though. I feel like I'd be lost most of the time. I mean, I do every time I restart, like every time I hop back on the game after being away for a little bit, I'm like, what the hell was I doing? Why is this built here? That's kind of what I'm doing right now, is like reacquainting myself with. So we need to do a splitter here. into a constructor. Constructor is making concrete from raw limestone. It takes 45 limestone per minute. So currently we can only afford, quote unquote, can only feed 3 of them. But it will probably someday get larger than that. You kind of make your own goals in Satisfactory. Yeah, you've got an overarching like framework. Like you need to unlock future research and stuff by progressing in the way that they want you to, at least mostly. But how you decide to get there, it seems like seems pretty. Yes, we could probably just chuck down our blueprint, but this one I want to build just the way I want to build it. Do 3 mergers facing that way. Boom, boom, boom. Then we can do a dimensional depot, which I just tore down. We need a splitter. Here's a question. Ryan being confused half the time makes it a much more relatable watch for me. Thank you. Yeah. It's something I'm doing on purpose for sure. Ryan being confused half the time makes it a more relatable watch for me. God damn it. That was one of your original setups that you just tore down? Yeah, for sure. It was, but we kept most of our original setup. And also, I kind of needed to tear it down because the lack, mostly from the lack of space. Didn't have a lot of space to make a new setup. So we're just gonna do this here. Yeah, that should make a lot more concrete. We'll still feed it into the dimensional depot. Then we can go like Mark Ford right here. Upgrade some of these. And so much fun. I want the next episode of Slay the Princess like right now. Oh boy. The next, I mean, no spoilers, but the next 2 episodes I think are going to be a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, Ann. Thank you very much. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed it. That actual build right there actually predated the discovery of how power works. Did it really? These should probably not be 2 separate lines, but I think they get added in eventually to the same place anyways. They do. So that stays running max. That's just extra. That one is basically, the thing we just built is basically to feed our dimensional depot, which is good. These 2, we should go ensure they are running at a slightly higher speed, or at least that our miners have power shards in them. Thank you, Ian. Yeah, the game is special. I don't know. I'm still at the point where I don't know exactly in what way or what that specialness looks like, but I definitely have the vibe that it's like it's something different. Hey, here's a question for people who have played Satisfactory before. I think dimensional depots are awesome. My question is this. How the hell... Agreed? Amazing? Is the method of making dimensional depots, where each one requires a singular Mercer sphere, isn't that kind of a pain in the ass? every individual depot that you make, every individual material you add to the cloud requires a new Mercer sphere. It's a little bit, it's a minor pain in the ass for me right now. They're common enough. But here's my thought. Say you play the game once, you understand, oh my god, Mercer spheres are amazing. Next time I play the game, I will absolutely grab every Mercer sphere I can, right? Careful, there's a risk of a big spoiler here on something we've talked about for ages. Okay. I won't. I'll be, you be careful, chat, and I'll be careful too. My main question is, on a second playthrough, wouldn't it be hella annoying to have to chase down fucking 80 Mercer spheres in order to make dimensional depots work? Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is it doesn't feel like I'm wondering if it doesn't feel like a satisfying technological upgrade when it's tied to I have to go around and collect them. Maybe the first time, but like the second time or the third or the fifth time that you're playing the game, you're like, I need to go, I know where all the Mercer spheres are, I need to go hit these 80 spots at like hour 10 of the game so that I can then put concrete in a dimensional, in a you know? Like, differently than power shards, which you, at this point, basically, I guess what I'm trying to say is, my understanding, summer sloops, very useful. Power shards, pretty dang useful. Power shards, there's a ton of. Like, there's fucking slugs everywhere. And you can also build around not having them. You could just use more machines. Summer sloops, of course, like, it's multiplying what your base resources can then make, which is wildly useful. I get that. Mercer spheres unlock, like, a way of building. AKA, like, being able to stamp stuff down from the cloud. And that, to me, feels almost, like, different than unlocking a higher ceiling with a summer sloop or a higher speed with a power shard. It gets a bit tedious. I basically am just like, I kind of expected there, and maybe there will be, and so I don't want to know, but like I kind of expected there to be a way to research making making dimensional depots without Mercer spheres, or some way to cut down on this. You need one for one. You need one for one. Like, I wouldn't even care if I could make dimensional depots right now without a Mercer sphere, even if they were wildly expensive. I would do that, even if I had to pay like 60 Mercer spheres to get an upgrade to my ability to, you know what I'm saying? Like, take away, I guess the thing I'm thinking through right now is I would pay 6 times the price here for upload speed upgrade in terms of Mercer spheres if I could just pay a different resource for getting a dimensional depot. You know, if I didn't have to pay for a dimensional depot, because right now I'm in this weird, and I have been for 40 hours, 60 hours. I'm in this weird spot where I can only put certain materials in the dimensional depot, but it is like 60% of my materials or 80% of my materials. It's just not all of them. And if I could do almost all of them, that would be massively like satisfying. You know, name of the game to me. But. And I know I can put them in from my inventory. But then I still gotta, it's just like, that's not satisfying. Chucking them in from my inventory, that's not fun. I don't know. That's my thoughts. Anyways, I need to change it. Arg, the pain of not spoiling. I am looking forward to understanding what it is someday that I am currently not quite understanding very well. This is 120 per minute. This is a Mark II. So we could go up to, what is that, 250? No, 300. I don't know that we need to. Although this is going pretty slow. So maybe we should. Just cover our bases here and just upgrade it all. So 300, 450. So that would be 10 of these because they take 10 per minute. All right, fuck it. We're going to do it. We're tearing it all down. That's not satisfactorizing. Spheres are pretty new. They did come with 1.0. Yeah. I wonder, and that's part of what I wonder if in the long run they will change how they work. Because, or like how, I think dimensional depots are such a boon to people that, first off, most likely outcome here is that I'm not understanding something, or I don't have a specific upgrade unlocked, or I don't have like a specific thing figured out, and so I'll eat my words later. That's probably, oh shit, I deleted the wrong thing. That's probably the most likely scenario here. But also, to me, it just feels like maybe right now we're at a spot where dimensional depots are so valuable to everybody who plays the game, or almost everybody, and the like gameplay loop on how you unlock dimensional depots is not quite figured out yet. Okay. Do we go higher here? I feel like we maybe should go higher here. We're about to stamp down our blueprint and just make it into a concrete smelting thing. Can you explain a little bit what a dimensional depot is? Yeah. So it's what Mog Demon said, item cloud storage. But basically, if I want to build something right now, so like I'm about to build a little platform. This is a foundation. When I build one of these, it requires, on the screen in the middle right now, concrete and iron plate. Right now, in the middle of the screen, those are purple because I'm actually storing those raw materials, concrete and iron plate, in the cloud. Meaning even if I have no inventory, even if I'm not carrying concrete and iron on me, even if my inventory is completely empty, I can build these because they're stored somewhere else. I can build them. So a dimensional depot is the thing that allows you to do that. They are these machines right here, which allow you to upload stuff to the cloud. However, each dimensional depot, each individual one, which you can only put one material into, at least as far as I've figured out how to do it, takes a Mercer sphere, this little purple ball icon on the bottom right, the sphere, and those can only be found out in the world exploring. The game is like this is a factory game that like requires exploring, so I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about anything, but the amount of exploring to the reward is sort of the thing that I'm like tossing back and forth right now. Is I'm like, dimensional depots obviously very worth it. The ability to upload stuff to the cloud, awesome. That said, some of the items that I want to build are currently not in the cloud because I don't have enough Mercer spheres. So, like this item, a tiny little item, one of those items is actually yellow, iron rods, because apparently I don't have iron rods in the cloud. And the problem with that is I don't have any Mercer spheres to put it in the cloud. So, I don't know, kind of in a weird spot. Of course, I want every single fucking thing in the game to be in the cloud, and I will get there. But for now, I'm not quite there. Okay, I need this smelter set up, and that's my quick explanation of what it is. Okay, so hold up. So we need to go. Oh, wrong way. Like there. No, I did that wrong. Shit. Hi, Evo. How's it going? I think this is correct. Yeah. Oh, but these are smelters. Do constructors take the exact same? Concrete is technically made in constructors. Do they take the same blueprint? Like footprint, I mean? They do not. No. Hi, Evo. How was class today? Uh-oh, apparently spoilery discussion chat is having a conversation. That's good. I'm interested to know eventually what it is that I don't know. Okay, so we actually need to tear this thing down. So our... we could make a blueprint for a constructor setup, a 1x1 constructor setup. Is it worth blueprinting? Probably. Am I gonna do it? No, because I'm lazy. I don't know that I need this kind of setup for anything other than concrete. I could be wrong. Okay, so let's build a couple of these. Ikilo says you need to put everything in the cloud so that you can destroy the environment less. Yeah, unfortunately it is so that you can destroy the environment more quickly. Luke says I could use one of these in my real life. A Dimensional Depot uploader? Oh boy, what would I upload to the Dimensional Depot of my life? It's items that you use very often, but don't want to actually store. Coffee filters. We ran low on coffee filters like a month ago, and I made the mistake of buying them late at night when I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. And so I bought 700, 800, 1,000 coffee filters. Maybe 500. We bought too many coffee filters. And I would like to have them in the Dimensional Depot where it's just like every morning I just pop one out into the coffee machine. That would be awesome. So I'm doing 450 per minute, which means I need 10 of these machines, is what I just said. Yeah. So unfortunately, it's not quite lined up. So this one's 300. And then... So what I actually need here is a... merger right here. Dog treats. Dog treats would be a good one. Nappies. That'd be a good one. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, the real answer is 100%. Diapers and wipes. Like, our garage is taken over by the diaper and wipe storage situation. Like, if I could do that, that would make a lot more sense. Trying to think what else. What would you put in a Dimensional Depot of your real life? An item you use regularly but don't want to store. Paper towel. I feel like, oops, wrong button. My textbooks and other materials for school. Oh, that's a good one. You don't actually want it that because it's heavy. You wouldn't even have to carry it if you could just put it in your Dimensional Depot. Put it in the cloud. Yeah, that's an interesting one because it's heavy. Ah, shit, I didn't power this sucker up. Cables. So many bags and boxes with cables I never use, but I'm also too afraid to throw out. Oh, that's so relatable. Yeah. Very much so. Too many cables. Oh, we need a merger going that way. During the month of March, I did a cleaning stream here in the office where I gathered up a bunch of old cables that I don't use every day. or I don't use very often at all. And I put them all in a bag. And I was like, I'm never going to get into this bag. So if in the next year I have not used a single one of these cables, then I can just throw the bag away. And then I redid my office, and I had to get into the bag to get some cables out. And so I was like, shit. I have actually used the cables. At least one of them. Put a kilter board in the cloud and whip it out whenever I want. Raise your hand in chat if you know what a kilter board is. I do. My hand's raised. But what about the rest of you? No Googling. No cheating. Now the bag will still be there 10 years from now? Yeah. So 15 per minute times 10? Wait. I only did 5. Shit. I fucked up. This is only 5, meaning those aren't going to move. Not everyone at the same time. Yeah, nobody knew. Ridiculous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I guess I probably should just run it out this way some more, I guess. Do I have a chainsaw? Can I change the fuel on the chainsaw? Oh, you're telling me I can't? Did you guys know you can't run the chainsaw on turbo fuel? That sucks. A kilter board is a thing that like boulderers use to, the climbers use to like train their hands. You use biomass? You do, right? No, you use biofuel. Oh boy. My cable bag is more useful for other people who have a massive amount of cables for no reason. Wait, so you mean you're like supplying the cables for other people who need help, or who need them, or? I may have misunderstood your comment. Yeah. That's a good point. I do also, some of the stuff I hold on to, I'm like, oh, I'm holding on to this in case Megan needs it. Yeah. I'm the local cable dealer for my friends. And since I'm also moved a bunch of times, I have been dragging a super heavy old PC tower with me each move, even though I'll probably never use it anymore. And I'm doing the same thing. I mean, I'm not dragging it because I'm not moving, but like, I have a old heavy PC tower that I should not be keeping, but I am keeping. I do not know why. What do you do with an old PC tower, though? Like, you probably should just, like, find a friend for it, right? Like, I don't know what. We'll put wood in the... I'm putting wood in the cloud. So that's what I'm doing with the cloud right now. I have iron ore in my inventory that I do not want there. That's for damn sure. Get rid of that shit. Find the old PC tower a friend. That way you have 2 old PC towers. Wait, that's not what I meant. Wait. This is 6. 7. I've kind of just been assuming that what I'll do with it is someday Broski is going to get old enough that he's going to want a PC rather than an Xbox to play games on. And I'm sort of just trying to bank on the idea that that will happen. Why are you... Oh, no. Did I cut your power? Oh, shit. Did I cut your power? I probably did. I'm sort of just banking on the idea that he will want a PC eventually, and that I'll have a PC tower I can give him / like help him build something, you know? Uh-oh. Okay, y'all are up and running again. That's good. My mom has 8 old laptops from the family stored because she's afraid people will hack into this somehow and steal our identities. Aww. Some of the laptops are 15 years old and do not turn on anymore. We still have them for some reason. There is something really, I think, sort of heartwarming about the way that some older folk look at, like, that's an example of the way that, like, some people look at technology as actual magic. This is 8. This is 10. You know? It's like, technically speaking, I think that risk is probably pretty dang low. And, like, and I do this too, right? Like, my laptop is, like, actually a physical collection of elements and, like, designed, like, tech pieces, right? Like, it's just hardware, physically. But it held my life, you know? When an old laptop goes away, it's like, that isn't tech. That isn't hardware. It contained my, you know, some portion of my life for years. Of course, it's just like a hard drive and some super outdated stuff, but, you know. My luck is that I'd throw my laptop out and someone would steal my info, and then she would hold it over me for the rest of my life. Carly, I was going to say, wow, that's really progressive of you to assume that the person who stole your identity was female. But then I realized you meant she, being my mom, would hold it over me the rest of my life. And I was like, oh, never mind. I was like, yeah, no, that is progressive. Like, women can also commit crimes. Identity theft is not a joke. Then I was like, oh, wait. I just misread your comment. That's all. And you were saying the worst part is not that somebody would have my identity, but that my mom would be able to say that she was right all those years. Yeah. Now I get it. The real crime is not having your identity stolen. The real crime would be like, you're right, Mom. You were right. Carly, I told you this would happen. She loves to do that. Moms love to do that, dude. And you know what? I'm starting to get it. I ain't even there yet, and I'm like, oh, boy. The day Elle comes home and is like, you know what? Maybe all these beans I've been eating is what making me fart. I'll be like, I told you. I freaking told you. Did I tell you or did I tell you? You know? Also, how did me talking about my dead laptop turn into a reason for Evo to make me feel old in my DMs? How? Evo said I support women's rights and wrongs, by the way. What is Evo yelling about you in the in the DMs about? I want to hear it. I'll be the judge. I'll be the judge, jury, and executioner here. I can't rest for a minute out here. Elle should know not to doubt her dad's authority on bowel movements. Kid, If you had different parents, they would bring to the table expertise in a lot of other topics. But the one thing I can bring you is a rock solid working man's knowledge of shit. It's true. It's true. Can I say? All right, we just upgraded that. Why? I don't know. Don't ask. We did. The concrete shouldn't move slow now. That's for sure. Now that the iron's been plugged back in, first off, we should check on how that's going. Iron ingot is backed up, so that's a positive. How are the steel pipes are backed up? What about steel? Could also teach L how to creatively stall. Well, I could, sure. I mean, yeah, you're right. I probably could. Iron rods. So what's going on with iron rods? Mark 4. Mark 4. Mark 4. What's going on with the iron rods? Such compelling dialogue in Slay the Princess? Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's a really amazing thing when they can accomplish in approximately 0 words. Wait, what the fuck? A feeling of, oh. There was a second iron ingot belt. A feeling of like, how would I phrase it? I felt really moved by the way that, really struck by the way that, by the amount of doubt that game could instill in such a short time is probably the best way to say it. One thing about Evo is they're never going to let me forget our 11-year age gap. My youngest brother is barely older than y'all's 15-year-old laptops. That's how... Oh, I understand now. Great. Yeah, Evo's making me feel like a grandpa. SMH grow up, by the way. So the good news about this might be... Oh, man, this is a little bit confusing. We should speed all this shit up. Because our iron rod production is probably going to be overwhelmed with iron ingots now. So that's good. It takes 15 per minute. How many machines we got? Probably 8. 4, 6, 8. So 8 times 15... Front seat question chat. What's 8 times 15? I'm just kidding. I can do it over here. 120. So I'm making 120 per minute, which is really not that much. I'm putting some in a dimensional depot. How much am I requiring over there? Let's go find out. If I had a teen pregnancy, I could be Evo's dad. Incredible comment. Incredible comment. 12 per minute times... Oh, boy. I really expanded this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 120. That's 120 per minute. Okay. We're making 0 extra iron rods, but technically it would keep all of these running. 10 times... So we'd have 20 modular frames per minute if all of these would run, which they should on the reinforced iron plate front. And they should on the iron rod front once we get it, like... I mean, I have to feed the dimensional depot, but then I also have to stockpile. So each of these has to, like... I have too much reinforced iron plate in my inventory. Ugh. I'm always amazed when you connect belts and seemingly know what you're doing. Oh, the joke is in the seemingly, Anne. Anybody who knows anything about this game can tell you that I probably don't know what I'm doing. Or I've forgotten that I've hooked something up that doesn't actually need hooked up. This should help our modular frame production. The question is, do we need to help it more? And is this going to run as effectively as I think it will? We should probably make a couple extra iron rod machines so that we have some extra / backlog and or can upload to the dimensional depot. Because anytime we need to use an iron rod from the dimensional depot, we will be slowing down our iron rod production. 15 per minute. What did we say that was? 15 times 8 was 120. That's right. Okay, so how do I do this? Honestly, maybe what I do here is just like... Fuck it, chat. Fuck it, we ball. This is not the time to be fucking around. We're only using 120 iron ingot per minute. So he's going vertical. We've gone vertical. And I don't want to make iron rod somewhere else. So what we should do here is just probably go vertical here. We have a belt coming in that has... Let's go check it. Let's go check it. 120. Each of these belts from our smelter array should actually have... I thought it was like 300. Meaning I could support one more row of 8 iron rod. I hope any of this makes any sense to anybody. Speaking of laptops, though, I've been debating on using my tax refund to get a small laptop just so I can work outside on my patio. That feels like such a waste of money, but imagine the vibes. No, it doesn't feel like a waste of money. Getting to do your work, which is a large part of your life. 4, 6. From a more beautiful locale. 8. 10. 12. To me, that seems very important. 360 a minute? 12 times 30? 360 a minute? No, I think the input was less than that. I think the input was like 300. 360? Let's find out. 300. Okay. So it's... Oh boy, wrong button. Technically it is 300 per minute, which means that I can make the iron rods. I can double it. Double it and give it to the next person just fine. Now you're influencing me? I don't know. That's just one way of thinking of it. If it's not the purchase that makes sense, then maybe, you know, that's another thing. But how do I do this? How do I do this best? That's a little bit too short. I'd love to get a tax refund. Oh boy. Maybe I mean, is Pissbot... So Pissbot is doing some tattoo stuff now, right? I don't know if Pissbot does other work. You don't have to tell me any of these details, etc. Maybe if Pissbot is doing, like, estimated taxes, maybe next year, you'll be like, you know, the estimated taxes grind is a pain in the ass, but real great for, hey, I paid a shit ton of money throughout the year. The government gets to tell me, here, you get to keep some of that, actually. Maybe that'll work out. Tax refunds are just money you lent to the government and get no interest on. I know that technically that is true, but emotionally it does not feel true, you know? It is like you don't want to, like the argument for why I shouldn't overpay my estimated taxes throughout the year and then get excited when I got that money back is that I lent the government money They did with it what they will, and then I didn't get the opportunity to use that money to invest or save or do whatever or have it at my dispense. And I get, like, logically that's true. But emotionally, how it feels is I got a gift from the overlord that decides how much I pay for healthcare. It's not like, you know, from the overlord. I mean, frankly, that does not decide how much I should pay for healthcare, and maybe should. But, you know, my gracious overlord decided that this year I was a good boy. Oh. Hi, Cassie. How's it going? Oh, no taxes. We still need to do ours. Yikes. Sorry for being that reminder. That does remind me that I think I need to sign my tax forms. Yeah. Put a merger there. Okay. So now we just need straight up 10 of you. No, 8 of you. Sorry, 8 of you. We need 8. We need you to face the other way. 3, 4. Betrayed by the control. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just finished the Slay the Princess episode. I demand more. You guys are so kind to me. Thanks. Thanks for demanding more and not being like, hey, motherfucker, where is more? Thanks for being patient. Ryan, can you try to make something beautiful for a change? Excuse me. This is my attempt at beautiful. Sure, it's like industrial heavy machinery, but it's like, it's lined up. Wait. Sorry, you want it to be beautiful? Yeah, there you go. Fucking... Wait, shit, I didn't finish. There you go. It's pink. Is that better? Now it's all pink. All of it's pink. Is this better? Is this better? Make something beautiful? How about I make it pink? I'm smashing this fucking pink button. Smashing the pink button. How's that? Is that better? This is better, actually. Sorry, I missed one. Ryan, your factory's so girly pop. I honestly do love this color a lot. The pastel light pink is so... I do really like it. Shit, y'all. We might have to do the entire factory in pink. Maybe we could do our vertical bus. Like the floors could have colors to them. Smashing the pink button, by the way. Exclamation Mona. If I chuck a new one down, is it going to automatically be pink or is it going to be... Nah, it's going to be the old color. All right. The default color. Can you change the default color? Probably can, right? Edit. Oh, that's interesting. You can make it shiny? Oh, you can scroll through the colors. Whoa. Anyways. I like it accenting the machines, but the floor seems too much. Well, good thing it's my factory, not yours. No, I'm only going to do this little thing as pink. Maybe we'll do something else a different color in the future, but... How many hours in is Ryan learning this? I knew you could change colors because I did that before. But I didn't know you could change matte, shiny. That part's interesting. Let's try matte. The shiny matte, etc. is not really doing anything for me. I can't even see the difference. I'm maybe not applying it correctly. I am gonna have to make this entire fucking thing pink now. You can make patterns with the colors and stuff. I could, but here's the thing. The minute I start caring about what my factory looks like, that means I've stopped caring about how much iron my factory produces. And when I care about how much iron my factory produces, that's when I care about meeting FICSIT's needs and being a good employee. You know? Then again, if FICSIT didn't want me to care about how my factory looked, maybe they wouldn't give me color swaths. You could care about both. My game is like lagging ever since I changed the color, so now I'm a little bit nervous that I like broke something.